G'day, welcome back. So we're back here with the Audi. Obviously not here because in the wrong shed. But I was doing a little bit of digging, got the service history here, all $15,000 worth of it, and found a couple of interesting invoices. So back in 2005, March 2005, at 72,000 Ks, we had an unexplained coolant loss. The old owner took it to the workshop that they used. They did a pressure test, couldn't find any signs of head gasket leaking, put it down to a previous coolant change or radiator hose change, and just figured the coolant level was settling. Sent them down the way. Is also starting on 4 cylinders, which is kind of a little bit suspicious. So yeah, first suspected head gasket was 2005, although tested negative at that point. Fast forward 2008, and here we go. So strip front of vehicle, remove cam belt and water pump, remove camshaft pulley and cover plate to check for coolant leak. Found to be leaking between head and block. So we had a head gasket leak back in 2008 at 96,000 kilometers. Coolant was coming out between the head and the block at the front. So cylinder 1 where we were having a problem. So what do they do to fix that? Did they kind of take it to pieces, get it machined, put a new head gasket on? No, of course they didn't. For a massive $8, they put in a sealing block, and it seemed to do the job. So at 96,000 kilometers in 2008, they put a sealing block in the cooling system that sealed the leaking head gasket till now. So 10 years out of stop leak sealing block, that's pretty impressive, really. But yeah, kind of annoying. Well, it's not, because we're just going to fix it properly. So there's proof that stop leak works. I know I've fixed cracked heads with it before, but so yeah, 96,000 kilometers this happened. It's at 165 or so now, so you got like 70,000 Ks out of a $8 stop leak. Work that out at cost per K, that's pretty good. So yeah, then we've had a couple of water pumps since then. Also had a couple of timing belts too, so there we go. I just thought I'd share that because yeah, we've had a leaking head gasket for 11 years, but it's been covered up with stop leak. Stop leak works, turns out. So yeah, so I've got the head back from the machine shop. We'll just have a quick look at that, and then I'll let you go. So here's our head. Look at it, nice and shiny. I took it to the machine shop, got them to do a pressure test. It came up okay, so we got no cracks in that head. They also did a vacuum test, checked for sealing on all the valves. That came up good, and he's milled it flat. The 2 cylinders we had a problem with. He said certainly, yeah, there was he had to mill a fair bit to get it flat over on this end. You remember this one, we had the wee traces of coolant going through here. He found something similar, not quite as bad over on cylinder, this front cylinder too. So yeah, he identified the places where our head gasket was leaking. He tidied it up really nicely, and if you remember our specs, so our distance between minimum height between surfaces 132.75 mil. We'll just go and measure that up. So we're at 132.9, and our minimum is 132.75. So well within specs. We'll tidy it up and we'll be good to go. There we are. The Audi will live on for another day. I've got to go order the parts now. I didn't bother till this all checked out. It checked out really good. Found a decent machine shop, which is awesome because the last one I used, not so good. So yeah, we're getting closer. We'll get it sorted. Do some more work on the Morris. Kind of haven't had time to do that this week. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you soon. Cheers. So we're actually going to end this video on a bit of a sad note. A long-term subscriber, more of a friend really these days. A chap called Paul. He had a 19-year-old son who died suddenly last week, and that's really sad in itself. It's hit him pretty hard, as you'd expect, but worse than that, he's actually having to raise money to pay for a funeral for him, to give him a good send-off. So first of all, please think of Paul, Kate and the rest of the family. Send them some virtual condolences. If you know Paul, send him a message. But I'll also link the fundraiser down below here. It's a Facebook page, so if you don't do Facebook, we'll figure something out. But if you can spare $1, please donate to Paul and his family. He'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, please think of Paul. He's going through a really hard time with it. So thank you very much, and really sorry for your loss, Paul.